Hey, Eddie Dev here. It's my first video on my new YouTube channel. Whoop whoop. Basically, I want to just post a quick video as a follow-up. I was on the Mark Toner podcast a few weeks back. We're in episode 2 along with Neil, and we were talking about our own sort of troubles we'd been through and our own journeys to get to where we were. And really, I'd spoke a wee bit about how I went into a dark time when my dad died a couple of years ago. And while you're in that dark period, it can feel like you're actually being buried alive and smothering. And really, I have come out of that there to be the happiest and the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. And it's a journey that took me back to when I was a young kid, understanding of my behaviours, understanding of who I was when I was going up through my teenage years, which are brutally tough, into a young adult. And a lot of the behaviours, because a lot of behaviours that I thought were normal were toxic. So I've been able to get a really good understanding of who I was to who I've become now. And it's made me very passionate about this here. So, because there's so much hurt and young ones, going through tough times. And I've started to document my own journey about how I came to this good place I'm in now. So you would see me maybe on social media, down the beach, pictures with my notepad, etc. And really what I'm doing is I'm writing a talk that I'll hopefully be delivering before the end of the year, and I'll let you know more about that. I'm going to use this platform, the YouTube channel, to let people know. And what I'm hoping it will do is I will be able to discuss my journey, what all my behaviours were, why they were like that, to how then it became here now to be peaceful. Because even really to post this video, to post the positive messages I post on social media now, I couldn't have done that years ago, because I was so concerned about what people thought of me that. And everybody's the same. We get so concerned about what somebody else thinks of us. It actually affects our happiness. And to be able to let that go and just be happy with who you are and be true to yourself is so liberating. Because we get consumed with our reputations. Jesus, I definitely was. About how we look and about how people perceive us. And you're letting somebody outside of your control determine how happy you're going to be. And that's just insane. So I'm at a place now where I don't feel like that, so I can post these videos, I can post the positive messages, and I will use this here to jump on once in a while, do different videos of maybe recording my journey and just put out some positive material, because there's so much negativity around. And that's the beauty of what you can do. You can choose to watch negative stuff, you can choose to watch positive stuff, you can choose to listen to good podcasts about Brexit if you want. It doesn't matter. You have the choice to be who you want to be, and that's a brilliant thing. So I'm choosing to use a platform to put out positive content. And honestly, for me to step out of the shadows and be like this shows you how far I've come on my journey. So if anybody who's known me for years beforehand, this will be a shock, really. But I was away for the weekend there with Mark Toner, and we were away to Amsterdam. It wasn't your typical Amsterdam weekend. And the two of us have actually been on a very similar journey this year, particularly about trying to find peace and happiness. We've both taken different avenues, but we've both got to the same place. So it's been pretty brilliant to have him there as well, to bounce off, and the two of us to help each other along. But when I was away over that weekend, I was speaking to him about when Dad died. I wrote a poem, and I read the poem at his funeral, and it brought me back to a time when I was younger. And I used to love writing short stories and telling stories and writing poems and songs and everything. And when I was probably around primary 5, primary 6 or 7 or so, I was told I had a mild form of dyslexia. I got some help with it with a man, God rest him now, Peter Walsh, done great work with me there, big influence in my life when I was younger. And I was told by other adults that I couldn't be the journalist, I couldn't write stories because I couldn't spell, so I needed to do something that I could do. And being a young kid and hearing that totally put the fire out of my belly about being able to do something like that. And it's funny, since when Dad died, it unlocked something within inside me. So as well as be down writing my talk on my notepad, I've also been writing poems, and I wrote one about mental health, the voices in your head, which is again something massive that I've overcome. And I will use that as part of my talk that I give. And I actually even wrote one about my observations of Amsterdam when I was over there. So I'm going to finish off and I'm going to read that one. So bear with me. I do need my glasses for this here because I'm getting on in years. So bear with me and I will read that for you. And this is really something else just to show you how at peace I am that with my own self, that I can share this out here. Now, I'm not doing it for any particular reason. I enjoy writing it down, and do something that you enjoy, do something that's going to make you happy. And so it doesn't matter what it is. If you want to be an MMA fighter, go to MMA training now. If you want to write songs. If you want to play football, go and join a club. It doesn't matter what you can do. We can all unlock something inside us, I should say. So here I am. From the train station I do appear to the cobbled streets of a place I hold so dear. The Amstel River flows right past, the trams go by, I'm here at last. As I start to wander throughout the city, the sights, the sounds, everything just seems so pretty. The flowers, the bridges, the back alleyways. Time will stand still over these next 2 days. The light turns green, the fog descends. I'll be in this haze until the day ends. Watching people as they walk right by. I wonder if their stories, what's made them laugh, made them cry. As I sit here sipping coffee, involved in deep chat, it occurs to me how much better the world would be if we all just done a little more of that. From the floating market to Dam Square, there's bikes and boats everywhere. People in a mellow daze. The smells from the coffee shop explain this craze. At night men become like fireflies, attracted to the light with the red glistening in their eyes. They stand and stare, the women entice them in. I guess this is why it's called the City of Sin. There's so much more to this Amsterdam. The museums, the culture, it's all at hand. And until the next time, I must say goodbye with a hint of a tear in my eye. Boom. So, you can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Nothing's ever too late. And stop caring what other people's perceptions of you will be. Just start to be yourself. I'm going to be putting up more positive content. Watch it or don't. Either way is fine. And I'll let you know when I have this talk planned for. Peace and love.